I heard a lot of this during the game. Man, you gotta let Bo be Bo. You gotta take the restraints off Bo. Sean needs to let Bo open it up a little bit more. So I was curious because between Javonte Williams and Jaleel McLaughlin, they caught 8 of the 19 passes that Bo Nix completed. So I was curious, and I asked you if you could go look at the film. It's Telestrator Tuesday. Was this a case of Bo being directed to throw the ball short to the running backs, or was he choosing to?
Most of them was design plays. They were designed plays to the running back, whether it be a screen, whether it be we're backed up and you got a keeper, bootleg, and you got the running back out in the flat. So you had a lot of those. The touchdown was pretty much a design throw to Jaleel McLaughlin. So a lot of them were designed to the running back. It wasn't like Bo was in the shotgun and he was going through his reads and progressions and throwing it to the running backs, and there was guys open all over the field. But we did have one of those situations, okay, that he shouldn't have thrown it to the running back. He should have gone through his read and progressions, and this is where it was. 3rd and 4 at the 13-yard line in the second quarter, Mike, okay? Bo threw it to Javonte in the left flat. Okay, Raiders, I'll give the Raiders credit here. They did a good job of disguising their coverage, okay? They showing single high, one safety deep, the other safeties drop down in the box. You think they're going to be playing man-to-man, maybe doing some kind of blitz. On the snap, they rolled to cover 2. The safety that was in the middle of the football field went to the right. The safety that was down in the box bailed out and went back to the left. So they dropped to cover 2, and I think it confused Bo. Okay, so I think Bo thought it was going to be one coverage, and obviously it went to cover 2. He had 3 receivers on the right side, 1 receiver on the left. Cortland Sutton split, a tighter split than normal, and he looked left right away. And he's looking at Cortland, and then he got a little pressure on him, and he just threw it really quick to Javonte. Javonte gains 2 yards. We're punting. He had an opportunity. If he puts it on his back foot and he delivers to Cortland, it would have been a completion. I would have liked to seen him work the right side, the trips formation against cover 2. Had a guy or two that possibly I think would have been open and would have been a completion. It's hard to tell because they're playing zone. They're reading the quarterback's eyes, so they're playing a little bit different when he's looking to the left. But if he hit his back foot and delivered to Cortland Sutton, that would have been a completion. And that was, for me, you got to make those plays. Got to stay on the football field. And that was on Bo. And being a young quarterback, sometimes that's going to happen to where you get fooled. I give the Raiders credit because you're watching this film, and it looks like single high. In the last second, they go to cover 2. And, he throws it out to the flat. Like I said, it's only 2 yards.
So Sean was very cautious, was very conservative when it comes to coming up with pass plays for Bo. For people who feel like Bo's being held back, I think Moose Johnston talked about it a couple times during the broadcast. Hey, let him go. Let the kid spread his wings a little bit. Did you get that sense looking at the play calling?
I would say, I like Moose, and to everyone else that believes that, be careful what you wish for. So let's just take this thing slow, okay? Let's just take it slow.
You've danced around this a couple times already today, so let's meet this head on then. Well,
I got one more play.
All right, one more play, but your tone is speaking volumes here that I want to get to. Okay.
All right. I want to just talk about the touchdown.
Yes.
Okay, the touchdown.
To Jaleel?
To Jaleel,
yep.
Real quick, okay? Great design of a play. This is what you need in the NFL. Give the coaches credit here. And give our guy Michael Burton credit and Jaleel a lot of credit. What it was is shotgun formation. You have Michael Burton directly to the right of Bo Nix. Right behind Bo Nix, pistol is what they call it. Behind Bo Nix is Jaleel McLaughlin. And all it is Burton and Jaleel are both swinging out to the right. And Burton's going to be a lead blocker because guess what? They're playing zone coverage, and they're going to have a guy out in the flat, and we want Michael Burton to block that guy. We're going to swing it out there to Jaleel, and you make one guy miss, maybe nobody miss, and we block the outside cornerback, and we score a touchdown. That's the design. Bo does a nice job in this situation of keeping his eyes down the field, being patient. Some young quarterbacks right away, they're going to catch it, they're going to throw it out there. And it's not going to work because that zone coverage, you're going to have one of the inside linebackers or the safety going to make the tackle on Jaleel. So he does a really nice job taking his drop, keeping his eyes downfield, boom, then right away, he knows what he's doing. He swings it out to the right. Burton does a great job of blocking, and then Jaleel, you got to make one guy miss sometimes as a running back, and he was able to do that. Touchdown Broncos, huge play.
Nix to throw again. Swings it out of the backfield. Up the sideline. Reaching for the pylon. Touchdown Denver. Jaleel McLaughlin in for 6.
All right, that's the play. Now here's what you've been dancing around. And you got unfairly labeled as a bit of a Debbie Downer yesterday in talking about, the Broncos win. People want to hear nothing but, cheerleading. So maybe
it was 95% cheerleading.
It was. It was only it was only 5% of being down. But you kind of came back to it again today. You weren't impressed with Bo. Can I just be direct? You weren't impressed with Bo.
Are you getting that impression?
I am getting that
Bo Lever.
I'm getting that impression. You were not impressed with Bo.
I wasn't. I really wasn't. There's some concerns there for me going back and watching the film. And I didn't watch every single pass play. But when I'm watching and I'm going back and there's some plays there that have me really nervous. Even the play to Troy Franklin. And maybe I can his footwork, Mike. His footwork.
He's throwing off his back foot a lot, isn't he?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
Do you remember the play to Cortland Sutton? Cortland Sutton was wide open, and Bo threw it inside. It was a deep curl route. Bo threw it inside.
Yep.
He came back down right at Bo like it was a curl route. And the announcer said, I think it was Moose, said, hey, they just weren't on the same page. Bo thought he was breaking in. He came back straight back at Bo. And maybe that was the case. But I think it was Bo's footwork was so bad. And I just hope that the pressure of and taking some of these hits isn't impacting his footwork. We had Brock Hewitt on. Was it on this show? Yes.
Yes.
And Brock was talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
The need to continue to work on Bo's fundamentals.
Yep.
And continue to work on those types of things in practice every single week so it gets better in the game. And I agree with that assessment.